Thanks very much. Maybe if I could, perhaps the first one as a professional engineer, I was on a job site supervising some pouring of concrete for a large tank that was about 10 metres into the ground, and they were pouring the floor slab. And so there we were, and it was in the days where they didn't have concrete pumping, they just had kibbles, and there was myself, another engineer, and one of the workmen there, and this kibble swung across. The workman didn't see it, and it just knocked him over. And fortunately I'm sort of looking at him almost going into this 10 metre deep hole with no barriers around it, and he wasn't injured, but he had some scratches on his arm, and lo and behold I look at the engineer beside me, and this was all too much for him, so he fainted. And the next minute I'm looking at him thinking he's going to go into the hole. So it was a very sobering experience. From then on I think I was very much more conscious about work site safety. In terms from a standardisation point of view, when I first came to standards, I had the job of taking on the scaffolding committee, and we had this very old standard which was just the traditional tube and coupler scaffolding standard, but we had all these manufacturers out there who had the new aluminium scaffold systems, and they had to go around to each of the state regulators in Australia to get approval to use it in that state, and they all had a different set of requirements. And so with that committee, with the state regulators, the manufacturers, the users, everyone, we developed a performance-based scaffolding standard which is called up in the National Plant Standard, and I think it's been a very successful document in terms of bringing that national uniformity to the scaffolding industry, and I think we all know how important scaffolding is.